Let's see. Should be starting up soon, hopefully. Give it a moment, give it a moment, give it a moment. Yes, okay. Seems to be that we're live now. That's nice. Awesome. Hello everyone. Good to see you all here. Definitely going to be an interesting day. Let's see what's good. Hey there, hi there, hi there, hi there. Everyone. I'm going to wait before we do too many things just to see who's turning up and who's not. But why did I do that even? Get out of me. See, we're here. So for the people that are already here, just a quick note. The main thing which we're going to be going over in this stream is that, I'm going to be going over as many of the questions as I can that you guys asked in the Q&A or the question parts. I'll be giving you the answers. And you'll get to see me mess around with the game. I am relatively new for the game, so yeah. Apologies in advance for wandering around in the game a bit aimlessly. It's been quite a experience getting started. But the main point is just going over the questions and answers. Obviously as well, if you've got any extra questions, stuff which haven't been covered on Discord, just ask them on the chat. I'm going to be looking through I'm going to be looking through everything on YouTube and on Twitch, and we'll see what info I have for you, and what you guys want to know as well. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that should be that sorted out. Yeah. Hopefully that will not happen again. Oh man, sometimes. Again, my experience in this game quite, well, let's say limited, and also quite a long time ago, so I'm having fun getting back into it. My main task is really just to get you guys as much information as possible about how we're re-releasing the game, how we're launching it, what we're going to be doing for you lots, and to answer your questions. I'm going to be playing the games just so you can see me, get absolutely lost and enjoy myself as well, because it is fun. It's fun to play. But mainly it's just for you guys, so, As before, please do ask questions in the chat. I'll be doing my best to answer you all. Okay. Now then, I'm going to be putting up the info that I need, or mostly the questions that you've been asking, and I'll try to go through them. Alright, I guess we can start with the easiest one first, which is, there's been obviously a lot of people commenting about the price of the game, whether, $20 might be a bit too much for monthly and stuff like that. And yeah, so the price, that one's an easy one. We are going to be reducing the monthly subscription rates as we're looking for about, we'll be giving you more details on how much it'll be going down, but it will definitely be going down. So I think that's the number one question I've been asked everywhere, whether it's on Steam, in discussions, or on watching on Discord or in YouTube comments everywhere. It's the price. it won't be 20 USD, it'll be going down a bit. And yes, to those on Twitch who are looking around, this is the newbie island. I've started a completely new character because it's just been far too, well, eternity since I've messed around with this game. Very long time ago. So I decided just to go from the very start. So, you know, I get the full experience of how things are because, well, since it closed down till now, the long tail game guys have fixed quite a lot of bugs, changed a few things here and there, so it's quite nice. Now we're looking for about, let's see, what can I say about that one, right? I keep hitting escape me so tab, that's annoying. Yeah, so we're looking for at least 25% reduction, not just €1, that's, you know, that will be utterly trashy of us if it was just like that. But yeah, we're looking at about 25% reduction in cost. Again, not final rates like that, those are just what I'm working off here. We'll give a lot more information for you soon. Well, you know, soon TM. Yeah, as soon as we can. That's something which, like, we are all, like, every day just trying to get that one finalized, sorted out, because it's just the easiest one to answer. Just get that sorted out, get you all the questions you need. Yeah. Follow the lights. Yeah. Definitely. Okay. I mean, go on, yeah, that's true. Like, the thing is this, I can't say that we'll do it tomorrow. Oh, by the way, what I'm commenting now is because obviously, like, there's a first soon, first beer, like, it's gonna happen. I've got to say it because the alternative is that I give you a date which may or may not happen, and I'd feel kind of like much more crappy if I were to say, yeah, it's definitely gonna happen tomorrow, but then, you know, it doesn't happen. Like, I essentially don't want to promise something which I don't know is definitely gonna happen. So yeah, that's just why I would say soon instead of, you know, an exact date, because I don't have exacts just yet. But yeah, you don't want to drink every time I say soon, because you are probably going to get drunk quite quick, especially if I'm going to be answering questions. I don't want to... Oh, yeah. I mean, then again, I've been on your side where you've been as well quite a few times with games I've played. It can be fun. Round. So, how am I going to say this without saying that magical word? Yeah, information on the new map will come at a later date, which will, well, yeah, it will come at a later date. And, well, that later date won't be too far away, by the way. So no drinking there. Whether you'll be able to interact between the worlds, that is a good question. Let me just check that one up, actually. Yeah, I'm checking that one because I would like to answer that one. Discord bans. I mean, like, if you're banned there, it's going to be for a reason, I hope. You can always ask, message it, because I don't know who's... everyone gets hit for a reason, right? So I can't tell you what it was. I don't actually know your Discord name, so send it up to the team and you'll see. Yeah, band player slave camp, that would be actually quite fun. I've pitched that idea a few times in some other games where there's like essentially a sin bin place. Again, it's a nice idea, and something you can probably notice is that everybody from the team, like, since it's been re-released or re-announced, more like they've been trying to do their best to build features which are like what do you call it? Which are pushed for by the community rather than anything else. So if there is a big there's a big push for that sort of feature where, you know, band players go into a slave camp and making work there, I would love to see it. But whether, you know, it's an interesting one for sure. Yeah. There is no white plan for Hudenland, or Goodenland, or however you want to pronounce that one. Yeah. So, that said, balance is important, right? So, I've already spoken about this with the team, and they are going to be doing some stuff to make it actually balanced, like so, or you know, try to get the balance back for when it gets opened to, you know, everybody else on Steam. So it won't be just a pure open and done, but instead, you know, more of an effort from our end to rebalance it. And the new world, the new world won't be free to play. It will be the same. Yeah, it will be the same one. You will need a subscription to get into it. However, about subscriptions, you know, if you have the game in your Steam, Steam library already, then you get 30 days for free to play through it to see how we've been doing. And there's also an extra 7-day free for everyone. So if you have the gaming inventory in your library already, you get 37 days. Yeah. And if you don't, then you get 7 days, so you can try it out. So yeah, wait and see for that one. Current players, like the old players, yes, you're going to get quite a lot of stuff. Well, about the character slots, I mean, all the character slots are going to be open from the get-go. You don't buy any new character slots. Valen, you asked about, you know, if you have the game, do you have to rebuy it? You don't need to rebuy it. If you own the game, like if it's already in your Steam inventory, you will get 30 days free. And then also everybody, even if you don't own the game, you get 7 days free. So, you know, if you own the game already, that's 37 days for free. And on top of that, we will be giving out the LIF coins or LIF coins, which you can then redeem to just get some the subscription days back on your accounts. That conversion rate will be given to you soon enough. No, I'm not. Sorry, I'm not forgetting all those questions. I'm going to get into that soon. Unfortunately, the stream issues have been a bit of a pain in the backside. I haven't really been getting into things. So I'm going to go through those, pretty much soon now. I'm also just looking over the Twitch chat and trying to answer people directly what comes there. So time of day at 11. Well, it depends on your time zone. I am in the Netherlands, and it is currently 5:30 in the afternoon over here. I'm guessing that there's going to be quite a few more people in America and other time zones, so we'll definitely look. I'll look to mix things up a bit, put it up so that maybe I'll stream on a more US-friendly time zone as well in the future. Yeah, my Dutch is pretty bad. I can understand and read it much better, but yeah. Then I can think. Either way. But yes. So anyway, let me then just look at the FAQs. Also, about the questions which we'll be answering today with the FAQs or the Q&As. What I'm going to do today is on the stream, I'm going to go over the stuff which are a little bit easier. They're because we have a bunch of answers already. Then we'll be doing another more detailed question on another session on Friday where I'll go over the harder questions. There are some of them which needed still more preparation or like actually like finalizing answers. So that's why I don't have answers to everything just yet. Just to recap again, the number one question that's been asked, obviously everyone's commenting about the price of the game, you know, $20, is that too high, is that too low? No one said too low, either way. We are going to be reducing it, final information on that will be coming in the following days or weeks. And what we're doing is we're going to drop it by about 25%. Yeah. Then about the new map, a lot of people asking whether the current map Kunland will be wiped, and also what will be with the new map. When it does come back to Steam, Kunland will not be wiped, but we are going to be looking into balancing things out a bit with the community. So there'll be other things to make it so it's not for everyone. So it's not overwhelming for everyone. The new map, it's in the works. It probably will not be launched on the same date. However, I know like I've been working with the other guys to get the next dev diaries sorted out, and in that dev diaries we're going over the new map quite a bit more, and what will be in it, and if we do have a more direct, more like precise, this is when the map will be map will be ready, then we'll answer that. Again, I mentioned this earlier on. What we don't want to do is we don't want to we don't want to give out a date which we know we can't commit to. So I can say off the top of my head, you know, the 21st of April, that's when whatever will happen. However, I wouldn't be able to look you in the eye and say, I give you my word that will happen. So until we can do that, we don't want to say exact dates, because that will, big chance, you know, bite us in the ass later on. And if you want to play both maps concurrently, well, you can get as many subscriptions as you want, but you don't need to subs, I don't think. Are you sure it's a good idea to pit the weaker player base we have on the map, on different maps? They're not like pitted in that sense. Split, yeah. Okay, pit. Would make sense. Split. Well, that's why there isn't like. I get where you're coming from. I'm just trying to think about how to answer that one properly, because they're not going to be split. You've got right now, especially on launch, you'll have the tutorial map, you know, the beginner one, which I'm vaguely playing through here while I'm looking at the chats, and also the Kunland map. The new map, the much smaller one, is going to be mostly focused on the more experienced players. And yes, you will have. Oh, by the way, when we say we will restore the balance, that is sort of our. That's what we're calling returning your previous purchases and all that stuff in the form of the lift coins. So whenever you hear us or read us say returning the balance, stuff like that, that is what we mean. It's how we are going to be sorting out the what we're doing for the older players. Then the next big question that we had, going back to the Q&A stuff, was whether we're going to expand the development team, or if Steam release is successful. Right, whatever happens, we're going to be developing the project in any case. There's not, at no point have we ever been limited in the amount of people working on a team. It's like everybody here is working on Life's Feudal. And whether you mean whether we're going to hire any more people for the project, then if needed, yeah. There's no doors, there's nothing, no doors, yeah. It's not forced to, There's no barriers, there we go. There's no upper limit, there's no lower limits. Yep. And by the way, there's obviously the other members of the team from our end are on the chat as well, so please look there for some extra answers. And then there's also been a lot of questions about the skins, cosmetics, if they've been purchased on the previous version of the game, whether they lost or not, and same about characters. In that case, yeah, so the old version of the game, once it was closed by the previous devs, those ones can't be recovered. Obviously, an effort was made, but it was not possible. So, yeah, essentially, we are a completely different development team. You have to try to remember that one there. We're not the same. So, yeah, sorry about that. We can't restore characters or skins. But because the game is not free to play anymore, like because it's all on a subscription, all the items can be got. Yeah, can be got again through the game. About changes, like some people mentioned just now on chat, I'm noticing, like maybe you don't enjoy all of the changes. If it is a demand from the community, a popular one, right? So because one person saying it's good or bad doesn't give us much of an idea. But if it is a big one, then we're not against changing things back. Like every single change that we make is not guaranteed to be a hit. It could be that it doesn't land well with the community, and we are not stubborn like that, right? So I hope us dropping the price is going to be like a big proof of that. So yeah, we'll see. Feedback is everything. Like we really want you guys to let us know what you think about any changes we make. Just spam us on Discord. When will you start playing? Question's been asked many times. Some of the mods on Twitch mentioned already. We're looking at April. Do not have an exact date, but we are looking at April for that. And fingers crossed. Have you? Yeah. Ren, no, not into that really. Going on. Next parts. We got asked actually quite a bit. What will we do if the previous developer team, if they launch Life is Feudal 2 or anything similar with a new engine? And honestly, that doesn't impact us. It is going to be the same brand, right? Life is Feudal. However, they are their own team and we are our own team. So the old devs, the original ones, the ones who had the game and closed it and that stuff, they keep on going with your own or with whatever. If they do make Life is Feudal 2 with a new engine, then great. Our only focus is on Life is Feudal MMO and trying to make that one better. Like we want to try to keep developing it like as for as long as possible. Because, at the end of the day, it is a pretty damn good game, okay? Like, I know I'm not playing that much right now. That's because I am trying to keep up with the questions. And also, I've got an eye on Twitch all the time just to make sure it's not crashing because it's been doing that today quite a bit. So, so my focus is kind of split. But, yeah, our focus is on the game. And even on the point of game engine, like, I've heard a lot of people asking whether we can improve that. And there's, like... If it is a huge demand for whatever reason, or if there's ends up being a big limitation on this engine or whatever, then we are not against updating it or closing it. It has to make sense. The only thing to keep in mind is that an engine update takes a lot of time, a lot of resources, and you as a player won't see much difference right away, right? It could be that an engine update may need a complete rebuild of the game from scratch. Sometimes it needs that, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah. So, we'll see about the engine updates. Again, it's not off the table. Really, the main point is, if it's a community demand, we'll be open to listening to it. There's we're not going to say no just because we don't like an idea. If we say no, as the community manager for the game, what I can say is that if we have to say no to an idea, you are free to try to get me to give you an explanation of why something is rejected, right? And the worst case, I can say I'm sorry, I can't because of some whatever reason. There's always gonna, like, I don't want to say that every single reason can be explained openly, but almost all of the times, if something is declined, I can give you an answer why. Hi. Again, replying about new information. New information about the next map will come in the next dev diaries. We finalized the script yesterday evening, so you'll see that one pretty soon. Next question I have from the Q&A list is about whether the subscriptions that you can buy with the lift coins will apply to one map or both maps or whatever like that. And that's quite an easy one. You don't need to buy a separate subscription for either maps. One subscription is, if you buy a subscription with a lift coin, it will be the same as regular subscription. All of your characters can be accessible to you on both maps. So if you pay it normally or if you pay it with coins, then whatever, like that, yeah. It's the same. Communication, so, okay. On Twitch again, there's been a couple questions just now about communication and monthly streams or whatever. I kind of want to stream this game a lot more. Like, I want to be able to get to the point where I can actually, stream the game or talking to you a lot and actually playing the game, because just now it feels awkward that I'm really not actually doing much in the game, if anything at all. But I'm just really trying to focus on answering questions. But I would personally, I would like to do this more than once a month. And also there is a need to maybe do a bit more than that because, again, there's some American time zone people here, which, maybe it's 11 a.m. for them or, someone mentioned and then, yeah, getting tongue-tied there again. So I'm happy. I would like to do more than once a month. That's an easy one. Improving communications. Yeah, that's kind of the main reason I'm here. I can't give you a guarantee that, obviously, if you think communication is bad, then hit me with a reason why, and I will try to, I'll try to give you a reason. What my main task, what I'm doing right now, is really just trying to get as much information out to the community as possible because it's a bit chaotic, and that's not really the fault of anyone on the team side. It's just that news changes day to day because we're getting closer to the launch and we're really trying to push it so we don't delay anymore. So communication, I'm working on that directly. The entire team, I don't actually yet until I haven't really gotten any info about. I've never been told yet. You can't tell this to the community. This is only internal only. I haven't actually got that message that anything is specifically internal only. So it's just when news is out, it's really just because it's not finalized. I don't want to give you the wrong dates. That's the main thing. What was it? Many people without notice. Really, I've got to say, I'll just handle it on a case to case. We'll handle that case to case. If you do get banned, and send me a DM. I haven't actually messaged anyone. I haven't sent a message yet on Discord servers. I'm sorry to you guys, but you can contact me if you think there's something wrong. Just say, hey, I've been banned. Can you give me a reason? The worst case, I'll just say that. Well, I don't know what the worst case is because everything's going to be unique one by one. So, yeah, I don't mind if you guys DM me, whatever. That's perfectly fine. The ideas and suggestion channel. Yes, we are reading the Discord channel. We're reading it. We're making notes of it. I think that's a part where communication from our end can improve, and that's where I will be getting into a lot more. I'll try to give feedback to people on Discord when there's a suggestion. I do have this sort of plan of how I'm going to do this maybe on a weekly basis because there's a lot of people there. So try to make a thread of just answers to questions. What my Discord handle is, it's Darkfall. That should be quite straightforward. 6 characters being too little. Okay, that's an interesting one. We'll see. We don't expect you to delete anything. It'll be quite interesting to see if more is needed. There's no red lines, there's no doors, nothing has to be, there's no yes, no, maybes for things. So, yeah. Again, I'm being asked quite a lot, when will the game be launched? We're looking in April. We want to do it sometime in April. We've always said, we've always said spring, and we're looking at April, which already is April, so later this month. The new map probably won't come up with Steam, probably, I'm sure, directly. More info on the new app will be coming out soon. Let's see, there was quite a few other questions being asked. Tiro James, you asked, tell us more about the team. Can you maybe be a bit more specific? We're not intentionally hiding anything, but I'm not really too sure how to answer that one, right? So if you want to know something specific, please just mention it directly and I'll try to answer it. There's someone there. Sorry, going back on. Let's see. Next question on the Q&A list. People have asked actually quite often whether they'll be able to obtain any more of the lift coins. Right now, we actually don't have any plans for that. Right now, the lift coins are going to be only obtainable via the mechanic which you get for owning the game previously or whatever you spent in the game previously. However, again, this was a hot topic from the community. We've been asked quite a lot, so it could be we're not against having other ways of doing it, but it's not in the direct plan. So yeah, that's something which the more voices, the more people that really say, hey, we want X, Y, and Z to be part of the game. If lift coins has really become a big demand, then we can look into it. We'll see. Friday the 13th is not the start. We don't have an exact date. I know you kind of make a joke about it, just in case. I know some people will take it seriously no matter what I say. So we do not have an exact date. We can say, as we've said, in the month of April is what we would like to do. Would like to launch. Chainblade asked an interesting question about removing in-game rules. That's something which actually I was quite happy to add into the dev diary, which is coming up next, the next dev diary. Our stance towards the game is, if the game lets you do it, you can do it. I can't say specifically if you're going to say jumping over walls, without siege ladders, whatever, but going by all the discussions I've had with the team, if the game lets you do it, we don't want to tell you what you can and can't do, right? So if you find a way to do it, as long as it's not a pure exploit which needs you to, I don't know, go to the edge of the map to jump over something specific and it teleports you to another coordinate somewhere, that sort of thing will be an exploit. But if it is just there's a wall and I can jump over it by terraforming the land and or without terraforming or whatever, then yeah, that's part of the game. And that's that's the stance we want to take. The game lets you do it, then we're not going to be the overlords to say, no, you can't do this. I think when I was speaking to one of the team members recently, they were basically saying that, yeah, arguments in the game are to be solved by a sword in the game. That's it. So that's the plan. So that's how we will be doing it. Yeah, and that's quite a nice question. I want to make a note about that. That will also be in the next dev diary video, where we can actually go into that maybe a bit more. And actually, there's quite a few people asking questions now. Let's see. Trey James, you mentioned details about the roadmap. All I can say about that one is that that is on my ever increasing list of things to improve. Like right now, I do see the issue is that we have a feature, we want to work on it, but you guys don't know what's being worked on when. That's something which, I'll be working on it to make sure that you guys have, so you know that. What I want to do is try to get you the info of how things are going, what the state is, what the progress is of everything that we're working on. How long or how soon I can get that into play and how detailed it can be, I do not know. But I know that it is something which I've already discussed with people in the team and no one said no. So it really is now, I just need to get the time in the day between sorting things out to actually execute on that one properly. Oh, okay, we'll slow things down a bit. Am I confident in representing the Lift community? I hope so, yeah. Like, the thing is this, that the game itself is good. Like, I've got nothing against it. I enjoyed this game, and I enjoyed it a while back as well. It's just that, I'm treating it as a new game, so I'm like not doing much in the stream in the game itself. But with the community, like I've been watching around, I've been talking to people here, and I haven't come across anything which I don't think is unfair or, from you lot or from the team. I just think, okay, cool. This is something which can be solved by, talking to you lot. So, and that's what I'm good at. That's what I've been doing. Like, I've been working as community manager for, pretty much all the time. 10, 15 odd years or whatever. So I'm happy to do it. I'm confident with it. Yeah, make myself some shoes. I've got to do that in the game. Actually, have a look. Where is it? But like the thing is this again, I'm actually really focusing mostly on the chats and talking to people, getting info out to you guys and trying to go through the Q&A list, which I have to go through, rather than actually playing the game. Because I think this is the first time I'm on stream with you, talking to you lots. It seems to be a lot more beneficial if I'm answering the questions and, talking to you guys directly. So, yeah. It needs more plant fiber, some shoes, and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, thanks. Shoes. Should have figured that one out earlier. Let's at least get that one done. Unfortunately, I do not understand Spanish. Like, I can speak English, speak Czech. I can understand a bit of German and Dutch, but Spanish, sorry. If you want to ask a question, then throw it into Google Translate or DeepL or something like that, and I'll try to answer if possible. Yeah, so about that one, I do try to, like, if I'm writing, then I do try to ask other people to help out translating. But if it's speaking, then I don't have people on hand just say, hey, tell me this guy's saying. So sorry. Blah blah blah. Next one. That was a wall of text coming up there. Actually, I should do more on the Q&A question before I go back to the Steam chats. Next question I have on the list here is that if you've changed your Steam username since the shutdown, will you be able to identify and link old purchases to the new LTG accounts? Easy one there. If you change your name on Steam, it does not prevent us from restoring the information about your purchases. We use other unique identifiers. So yeah, if you've changed your name on Steam, don't worry about it. That's all good. I think that's a pretty straightforward one. Just looking here at the list, see if there's anything going on. Nope, we've got all there to restore stuff. Then going back is 6 characters. Are we going to hard cap people on 6 characters? Right now the game caps you on 6 characters, but there is no problem with there's nothing from our end saying that we can't add more later. Okay, so it could be that we may see a lot of demand for more what do you call it? For more characters in the game, but yeah. Well, add that one later on. Right, tell us more about the team, because it now looks like a small group who can't hold all games problems. Again, what did you want to know about the team? I think, I know I asked you, and I might have missed the question, sorry, because there was quite a few coming in recently, so I'll try and scroll back a bit. You've asked for a roadmap. Yeah, sorry, Trio, I know that you asked about it. I'm curious, what do you want to know about the team? Because, like, I'm happy to answer about the team. I just don't know, like, yeah. So that's the main point, really. Just please be directly with it. Why did we relaunch the game without changes? Well, because people wanted to play the game. And mainly, like, if you notice, most of the changes are going to be, they've been led by the... there we go. Most of the changes have been led by community members, like the guild members or the guild leaders, whatever, like that. And that's the direction that the team wanted to go. Just get, like, yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. We wanted to get feedback on there. We are working on the game on our own. The previous devs are their own team, and yeah, we're developing the game ourselves. Yeah, and please do check the chat, because our team are actually answering in text as well, and I guess the big one is, like, as Zylan mentioned just now, the list is too big. It means that it's not been easy to give direct answers, directly to everything. So yeah. Have there been any points brought up by having issues with moderators favoring sides? I mean, I haven't seen that, and I would hope there's nothing like that. Obviously, if you think there is, my DM box is open. I'm not going to, one of the benefits here is that, like, I'm new to the team, right? I don't have a preconceived notion of who's what and what past you all have. So, in my eyes, you guys were a clean slate. So if you think that something is unfair, or write it to me. I will look into it with you, and, like, fairly. As simple as that. I guess that's the easiest way to say it. Yeah, I am going back through the questions, by the way, just to see if I haven't missed anything big. Whether I've ever been to a big fight where most of the exploits and complaints have... I mean, I specifically in Life is Feudal, I haven't been in that situation. That's to Creed stream, when you ask about, if I've been in a big fight where most exploits were, being used. I've been in other games where that's happened, and I think it's utterly, pain in the backside. But that's why, like, that's kind of why the initial launch was made in this way, because since we relaunched the game, the focus has been on, like, bug fixes and getting all these exploits sorted out. There's a lot of them, right? And most of them were just, like, what we fixed was things that you guys reported to us. So it sort of goes back to why we launched it in this way. Like, yeah, maybe there hasn't been much game changes, but there's been a lot of balancing changes and stuff like that. Let's see, what else is there? Question. Going back to the Q&A list. Asking if there's going to be any major game improvements or features, and it's white. There is not going to be a major, like... the game, new features of the game does not depend on Steam. That's the main thing. So we are working on things already. So we already are working on new features, new everything like that. So I guess like maybe there's an odd with the translation there, whether it's going to be like an innovation or whatever like that. We're working on that regardless. Yeah, yo. Huh. Okay.
At the guns, the wheel.
Oops, wrong button. Anyway, yes. Wonder who that is. Reduction in subscription price is going to be universal. I mentioned that before. We're going to we're looking at a 25% discount in the game compared to what we have now. Not final yet. Final information will come in a while. And let's see. Yes, announcing live stream in the future, that will be done. That one is entirely on me. I kind of got a bit lost there. I will be announcing that one properly in the future, so it's not going to be a surprise. Sorry about that one. That's my bad there. Let's see. How many devs we have? How many people working on the team? Good question. All right, let me see if I can find that one there. More than 11, definitely. I need to do a head count and check who's where. You know what, Tiro, if you're on Discord, then I'll put that one there somewhere. I'll make a note in one of the larger FAQ things there, because I don't actually have the final number off the top of my head. I know there's more than 11. That's an easy one because, you know, I'm looking at the groups, I'm in the chats like, okay, yep. And I've never actually counted. That's my bad. But there is quite a lot of people there. Develop the current NPC animal AI. Yes, we can improve that. And man, I was chasing a deer yesterday, throwing rocks at it for ages while I was test streaming. That drove me nuts. So yes, we can, and like from a player perspective, I will be asking people to do that a lot. I can't promise that it will definitely happen, but you know, I can see that being something. So we can improve things like that. Also, if you have a suggestion for the game, just like a general advice is try to develop it. Like, don't just say, for example, don't just say, can you please improve the AI? Let us know how you like the AI to change. Like, is it just maybe their pathfinding behavior, or is it the way that they attack you, or is it like, yeah, anything like that? Just maybe the decision making, because it could be one or two things specifically which are, you know, frustrating to you. So knowing what it is that you would like to see improved would be a huge positive point. The Twitch chat keeps running around. Let's see. Meteo, as I mentioned earlier, the subscription price is going to go down. We are going down by 25% at least. There is regional pricing as well. However, this is not all finalized, so it could be maybe less or whatever like that. You will know in a couple of days once we have the information out there. How much are we capable to improve the game engine? I mean, at this point, if there is going to be an engine change, if there's any improved engine, it will be an engine change and update, right? Because this is the same engine that the game used ages ago. So we can update what we have here, but that's just like a decision for when that happens. Because, yeah, I can't tell you the exacts about it because I don't know, maybe... just say the game does really well and next year at this time I'm here saying, yeah, we're updating engine. I don't know what it is. So we might, we are obviously doing a lot of smaller bug fixes or updates, stuff like that. So those can be seen maybe as a, engine update in a sense. But actual proper game engine update, for example, top of my head, going off to Unreal Engine 5 or whatever, right? That will come, that can come in the future if it is a big request of the community. That's the main thing I can think of. What else was it? There was a couple more questions. I know I missed some, sorry. Creed stream, you asked about some people not being a fit, whatever. DM me. That's something which is best handled DM. Again, I am new to this community. I do not have a preconceived notion of people around there. So if you feel that you haven't been given a fair ear in the past, write to me in DM. I'll chat with you about it. My screen name on Discord is Darkfall. The worst thing I can say is that I will disagree with you, but I'm happy to explain why. Like, if I disagree with you, I'll tell you why I disagree with you. If that happens, right? So yeah, if you guys have any questions, things like, I guess like the most thing is just like, write to me if you have a question like that, because that's not something which I can really discuss out in public or like in the open. This wouldn't be appropriate for anyone. King Dis, that's a really good point. You said the most people that are, the people who are complaining about the game is because they love the game. Totally agree. That is something which I mentioned in my interview when I was joining here, because had a look on community. I was like, I've been in situations where games have people complaining a lot, but in the end, the game is dead when people stop complaining, because if people stop complaining, they've given up on the game. Like, if you're complaining, it means that you've got, you're passionate enough about the game to want to keep it going. And like, maybe you feel hurt or upset that it's not being treated well. In that case there, like, as long as it's, at least vaguely respectful, like you're not outright, going nuts about it, then complain. Like, it shows that you care enough about the game. Because if you aren't complaining about something that's gone bad, then you don't care about the game, and that's when things go bad. That's when things really are bad. So yeah, I've got nothing against, and even the team. Nobody has any issue with people complaining about the game. Boy, questions. There's quite an important one actually that came up in Discord, is whether we are planning to have any Web3 methods, cryptocurrency methods, and whether live coins are cryptocurrency. No. I personally have nothing against cryptocurrency when it's used properly. However, for this game, quick answer, live coins are not a cryptocurrency. It would make no sense. And there are no plans to add any mechanics of earning through blockchain or anything like that. Okay? That's as simple as that. Like, if everyone in the community suddenly were to say, give it to us, then, okay, we'll consider it. But right now, what would be the benefits of Web3 in Life is Feudal? I just can't see it, and no one else I can see it, so it's not even a consideration. So yeah, and also like Web3 in games, it's like a really tough one. Like, why? The big question usually is, why would you even need it? So yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, going back again. Let's see. The last question I have on the list from the Q&A is about whether we have a calendar with dates and objectives that we have. I think that's been already answered by the team on the Twitch chat. Yeah, why not? Okay, what do you want to trade? Sorry. Yeah, so I actually don't know who you are. Probably someone here. I don't feel like. Hey, have a feather. I don't know. Yeah, sorry. But thanks for the trade. Sorry, back to it. We are working on a new version of the roadmap, which we'll be sharing very soon. That's the easiest question. Simple as that. And I don't have specific info yet. And part of the reason why roadmaps are really hard is because data changes a lot. Like, development is really unpredictable. One day it can be like one day we can say, yeah, we'll be ready tomorrow, and tomorrow comes up and we say, oh crap, there's so many bugs, we can't release it for the next month. That sort of stuff happens in gaming a lot. So yeah, updated roadmap will come. How detailed it will be is we'll see. Again, going back to the whole thing, I will only give you a date when it will be possible for me. Like, if I believe that I can look you in the eye and promise you, give you my word that this date will be hit, then I'll give you the date. If I can't do that, then I would feel wrong giving you a specific date. Simple as that. King Dis, can you please explain which green zone, red zone problem? Because, yeah, there's a couple. Anyway, yeah, if you say which one it is you mean, then either me or somebody else from the team will give you an answer for that one there. Let's see. Going back to the questions again. What games have I played in the past and enjoyed? I mean, unsurprisingly, I played Valheim. I really like that one. Otherwise, I'm a big RTS player. Like, I like RTS games, and to be honest, like, especially the older ones, like, I've got, what was it, Star Wars Empires at War. I played the mods on that one a lot, especially that they've just gone nuts with how good they've upgraded those. But, man, used to play quite a few FPS games in the past, but I don't do much anymore of that. So, yeah. Nowadays, it's mostly just like playing, I guess, either Empire at War or Valheim or yeah, some other arcade games I'm playing with friends over at the house or, you know, family or stuff like that. Yeah, I've mellowed down a lot since. Yeah, but my all-time favorite game easily is Chrono Trigger, just like favorite one. Yeah. How do you get in touch with LIF and LTG? Depends what you need. Discord, the team are there. You can send me a DM if you feel that you're missing something. Or, yeah. Like, we're all on Discord, and, yeah. So, I think, again, if you feel you're not getting a reply from people, the team are really busy. So, it's not that you are being ignored. It's just that it's just really easy to overlook something by accident. Like, it happens to me quite often where maybe I'm like, I get a message and like, okay, I'll reply to you as soon as possible. Then something vital pops up 1 minute later, and then I will accidentally forget, you know, to get back to you like that. So just DM me, and if I don't reply, DM me again. I do not mind. Like, the worst case, I should at least say, hey, yeah, sorry for not replying sooner. So I don't mind. I think Discord is the best way to get in touch. And if you need a more official route, then I guess message me what exactly you need, and I'll see what I can get you. That's, I guess, the number one way to go forward. Do we have plans to develop the in-game lore from Lo-Fi? Actually, yes. We... that goes hand in hand with another question, which I think somebody asked a while ago on Twitch chat about how we're going to get new people into the game. Again, this is a point where it's kind of hard for me to actually like directly give an answer, but we would want to develop the lore. Like, I always find that lore is something which is, yeah, lore makes a game. A good lore is really, yeah, it's vital to making game healthy. I would like story games, and it helps. So the will again is there. We would like to. How that will happen, I am unsure, but yeah. Yeah. And damn it, man. Sorry. Shuria? Sorry, I cannot pronounce names. But yeah, how do we help planning new players into the game? I mean, that is one of the reasons why I am on a completely new account going through the game like this here, because I am, well, as close to being completely new to this as possible, right? And I have been making notes of where the problems are for new players. Yeah, I'm lost. Well, okay, I'm not lost right now, right? So I know where I am. I'm focusing mostly on chat. But I have been lost today several times, and I've been lost very easy. Yeah. So yeah, we are looking to we're looking on seeing what we can do for new players. The problem is that the approach so far on developing the game has been great, but it's always been using experienced players. And it's something which I noticed when I was discussing things with the current team. Everyone knows the game really well. They know it too well. It gives them a sort of tunnel vision. And like with a tunnel vision, it's really easy to just overlook things unintentionally or whatever. So yeah. We'll hopefully, yeah, we'll do something. I'm unsure right now what it will be and how it will look, but it's a definite case of, yeah, it's going to be worked on. Yeah, so I wish I could give you a better answer, but it is on the list. King Dis, thanks for the large explanation there. That's, I will have to leave that one to the others in the team to try to answer. I'm going to make a copy of that one there, of what you wrote. So, worst case, I'll add it to a written up Q&A, to a Q&A answer. So, if you don't have an answer from someone else in the team soon, or here on Twitch, then you'll see it either on Discord, on Steam or Discord pretty soon, because that's a pretty fair question that you've asked. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't have the answer off the top of my head. And yeah, again, yeah, it's hard to play the game with a new group. I'm on your side there. I like playing these games solo. It's fun that way. But yeah, work in progress there. Subtitles. What do you mean by subtitles? You mean like for the in-game stuff, or like here on Twitch, or? Sorry, Bashra? Yeah, Bashra. If you can be a bit more precise about that'd be cool. For the Steam to understand me. I mean, I am not sure about how to get subtitles, like direct subtitles, what I'm talking about. Yeah, but I'll see. That will be an interesting one. Sharp. The 6-character limit is not hard. So we are not putting our feet on the ground saying that would definitely be the limit. If it becomes a need, like if it becomes a community point saying, hey, we need more, you need more than 6, you need whatever, then we will do that. It's not going to be a case of, that's not a hill we're going to die on, right? So, yeah, that something which, in the grand scheme of things, it definitely sounds important. I think most of us know it is important, but compared to like all the other bugs here and there, or all the other issues within the game, it is maybe not the biggest one. Ignore the elephant in the room, and I am missing your chat message, Cherry. Well, I can't see a message from you, Cherry. So if you have a question, point it out. I can be quite oblivious sometimes, so if there's something which I've genuinely missed, write it out, and yeah, just be direct with whatever it is that you have an issue with, and I'll try to answer you. Nope. All right, Cherry. Okay, so you mentioned the price. We are going to reduce it. It's not going to be $20 when we launch. We're looking to reduce it by about 25%. This is not the final price that we have, so we'll be giving a proper announcement in the near future. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. So you'll hear about the reduction in soonish. 25% at least, not 25 cents, percent. Yeah, sorry, I pronounced that one a bit odd. Let's see what other questions there are. There's been quite a few game questions which I want to get into. When are we going to listen to the majority of players that were playing the game since the release? I mean, Rismaya, if you feel that we've been ignoring specific players or specific features or bug requests or whatever, or feature requests, let me know what it is. Most likely what's happened is that the bigger requests, bigger questions or whatever, they've been brought up and they're going to be on our list of what we need to act on. It's just that we haven't maybe communicated clearly because there's been a lot of requests, so we may not have communicated what we are doing about it. So I would say there's a high chance that whatever the majority of players that are playing this game in the past want, we are doing something towards what they would like to have. The issue could be that maybe just haven't properly communicated it, and if that's the case, then I'm sorry. But ask your question. Ask just say directly what it is, right? And I'll try to answer it. If you can't find it here, if you don't want to, you can send it to me in a DM on Discord, and I'll try to answer you there. But yeah, that's the easiest one. Kaboom! You're asking about changing the game loop. I mean, changing the game loop will change the soul of the game. So that's like odd. I don't know how anyone will be too happy about that. Again, it's a bit of a case of like, what does the community want, right? So we'll see. But if you think about what the game loop is, and like for any game, right? If you were to change what the loop is or what it is, that does kind of change it changes the parts of the game, or the soul of the game, really. So that's a bit of a tough one to say. The lag comp. Yeah, sorry. You're gonna have to clear me up on that one there a bit. What's lag comp? I am trying to lag compensation. Okay. Yeah, for some reason that just ain't clicking in my head. Sorry, that's probably entirely on me. My head might be just getting a bit fuzzy there. If there's an issue there, then yeah. So it is, or maybe Zylan, that can be for you to answer, because I just can't grasp that one for some reason. Sorry about that one. Travis, yeah, we got the message about the price being too high, okay? So hopefully us dropping the price will be what you want to see, in a way that's sustainable both for players and for us. We'll now, I'll just say, I'll say that, man, I'm getting tongue-tied here, sorry about that. Yeah. We'll wait and see. It will be coming. It will be changing. The price will be going down. Right. Yeah, I'm just going to go through chat again. What I can say is like for Mike D, bringing back F2P, that is not in the plans for now. We're definitely going to be sticking with the subscription. We will see how that one works. Again, doing our best to listen to feedback from the community, seeing how everything goes there. That's the, like, yeah, that's something where I can say that, yeah. And like the one thing which you've got to remember, right, is that you might be remembering the game through a bit of a rose-tinted glasses, because if the game genuinely had people spending thousands of dollars on skins and gold coins and whatever like that, the game would have been self-sustainable in the past and it would have stayed alive. It was shut down originally because its model didn't work. So that's like, there are positives to the previous model. There are also considerable negatives. Kiln digging. Yeah, everyone's mentioned kiln digging. Unfortunately, not something which I'm too aware of directly. Sorry. Yeah. Eat the berry. What? Which chat is flying or replace? So rather. Yep, sorry about that one from my end here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going through a chat. If you guys have questions to ask her, let's go to live thing for the game for terraforming, and it was removed. No one asked. Well, okay. If you weren't given an explanation of why kiln digging was removed, then even if it can't come back, then I'll just add that to my list of like get an explanation for why it was removed. There's no harm in explaining it. Yeah, let me make a note of that. Yeah, so if you, regarding explanation for why kiln digging was removed, I don't have one off the top of my head, but I would definitely I put that on my notes of things I should just get answered for you lots, and that will be made public to everyone. I'll add it to a future post on Steam and Discord, so everyone will have that information. You actually asked a good one. How do you prevent people, big guilds, from splitting small guilds, exploiting things? Yeah, we want to have, what we want to do really is to make the game itself have features and mechanics that prevent people from being able to exploit things. So like, in general, as we've mentioned in the past, as mentioned in the past, like the bigger thing is that we wanted to have the game be open to, we want to have the game open in a way that if the game lets it, you do it. And there are going to be features in the game directly, because like, let's say that something came up on Steam recently, like about onion guilds and stuff like that, right? And we're going to make it in such a way where the game makes those tactics not really profitable, and that's just the way we want to do things in general. Yeah. It's a bit, keep asking questions about the game. If there are questions that were asked in the Q&A recently, and I haven't actually answered it yet, then that's most likely going to be because those questions are one of the harder questions that need a bit more time for our end. So on Friday, you'll be getting a Friday. I can't remember Friday off my head, but either way, you'll be getting those answers soon as well. Let me just actually double check on there. Yeah, Friday. Friday will come the second part of the Q&A questions, and we will give you the more detailed answers for what's needed. I do not know what you mean by is it you, Leofric? But I'm guessing no, because, yeah. Yeah. The question from Sharp Slayer is definitely one for the mods on Twitch. It's an interesting one about what the buildings. I don't actually know who Leofric is, by the way. Maybe this is something which could be a very basic info which I should have and I don't have, but I'm unsure. Like, yeah. Maybe somebody fill me in if you know. Yeah. Oh, right, there's several community managers. I am not Leofric, I am Darkfall. Leofric, yes, he is. That's why I bloody heard the name, sorry. Yeah, I should have figured that one out. Yeah, Leofric is on Discord, he's working as community manager as well. I'm Darkfall on Discord, and you can, yeah, message me about anything you need as well. Items, I'm unsure about the new items directly. Definitely new mechanics and new way things work. I will have to check. Oh, see, there we go. Premium decorations. All items that were in the previous game are going to be in this game as well. The only thing is that like you can't buy them in this game, you have to earn them in the game. So like, yeah, premium decoration skins or yada, all that stuff, right? They are in the game. You will have to earn them in a way that's not buying them, because we will not be having any previous, any previous stuff. Any other premium selling stuff or premium sales. It's just that one subscription. Hi. Oh, kaboom! Thanks, man. No worries. I really enjoy this. So yeah, everyone be honest with your feelings. Just ask any other questions, and we'll answer it for you. And please note, it is not just me here, right? It's like the entire team working on Life is Feudal. They've like really been pushing for this. They've wanted to get this done as well, and they are actively helping me out with everything. I'm just maybe a bit more used to talking to people, I guess, but those guys have the will to do everything as well. Like, I wouldn't be able to give you these answers if it weren't true. So yeah. They will be. Their hearts are into this game, these projects a lot. So, yeah, hopefully that will be on display for everyone as well. Neverwinter, yes, I'm going to be online. I'm going to be streaming more. I enjoy this quite a bit, man. It's been quite a while since I've done this as well, so I've been talking here. I haven't been able to play that much. I've just really been focusing on the chat, just talking and answering questions, and I'll be doing this much more. And I will also work on getting the announcements out sooner, rather than so you can know when it will be. So yeah, you'll see this a lot more. You'll see me talking. Yeah, enjoy it. Skins implemented as a new content to the game, there is no reason why it can't be. It would be for future content. But I've actually had that conversation once or twice already, because it's been asked a lot. Like, yeah. We'll have to wait and see for that one there. Keep going on. I do agree about like if skins could be better as crafted in this situation, and I've heard some talks about from the others as well. That's Again, future, they're also open for that one there. I would say is more more possible than not, rather than anything else. So yeah, you can look forward to that one there. Let's see. If I have missed any questions, please just repeat them here. I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to go through the Twitch chats and it will jump around all the time. Horse system, yes. War horses and all that, whatever. It's been worked on. It was, I think, one of the first things which I was going through and the text-wise. It may not be perfect from the get-go, but it's there, yeah. ULs. That's a tough one. We are planning on it. We are discussing balancing quite a bit. The main thing is that we want to have it that the limitations are in the game. The way that we're working with all of these things that to stop you from playing, we want the game to make it either, what do you call it? We want to make the game in a way where doing actions are not beneficial to the player or downright actually like a negative. So, yeah. Yeah, that's all that. Creed. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not arguing that one there. Like, I know the game is complex. That's simple one there. As for learning about the community, of course, and the community is giant and it's been around for ages. There's like, I'd be crazy to say that I know everyone by heart. I'm here new. Everyone knows I'm new. Like, I'm a new face that's turned up. So yeah. But the thing is, like, I'm here as a new face to you guys all as well. So it means like I don't have any I don't have my own. I don't have an opinion of people already. I'm not here judging people already. It's all everyone's the same in my eyes, right? So if maybe you had problems in the past, that won't be the case here. And yeah, I'm getting to know more about the community. It's impossible for me to learn, what was it, how many years of the game in a short time. So yeah, and I'm under no illusions that I know everything perfectly, and I hope I'm not coming off that way. Let's see. About Prosto, Hokan in Discord, I'm unsure about that. If you can DM me his name, or I'll make a note about that, then we'll check it out. If there is somebody that's, I'm making a note about that one, to actually check out properly. If there is somebody that's imitating a team member, then we'll check it out. I do not know about that one though. Dino, regional prices, yes. I do not know directly about Argentina, and I have a feeling that you might have been somebody whose comment I've seen recently, because I had somebody else ask about Argentinian regional prices, because I know that Steam messes around with that quite a bit. So looking into it, we do have regional prices, and if there may be cases such as like Argentina, right, where it's a bit messed up or mixed due to Steam doing Steam stuff, then either message me directly if you can, like if you need to, on Discord, or leave a note as either you, like as you've done here, right? Just left a message. Somebody else has done it on Steam as well, so we'll be looking into that. I do not know about how, off the top of my head, I'm not too sure how to combat it, but it is like, yeah, it does seem quite as a clear-cut issue. Issue that does need to be addressed. So yeah. Questions going on still? Let's just go back to see if I've missed anything. So what is that? Okay, so Faneka. Okay, 6 character. You're actually talking more about. Wait, sorry, I've got to ask. Is your issue that you can have only 6 characters, or that you can have 6 characters on at the same time? Like, I'm guessing by the way that you've written that message, it's that you're upset that people can flip around characters quickly. And if that's the case, then that does sound like a balancing issue. Actually, I'm pretty certain that that's been discussed by the team because I remember bringing it up myself again. The plan is simply that we want to make any restrictions built into the game, not as a direct intervention by me or some other team member. We want the game to directly limit. How it will be done right now, I'm not too sure. But I know that balancing is a topic from the team. Like, there's sometimes our chats go on for ages just about how to get those things sorted out. Then, Docs, you've mentioned about, what was it? Reduce material costs for armor. Like, we have done a big balancing run that has made some, we changed the values of armors. Now, if you think that they are still unbalanced, as in like they cost too much or that they don't give enough armor or whatever, then that's understandable. It would be something which the more people that complain about it, the better, right? Because again, one person telling us that it costs too much, then it's a bit harder for us to say, okay, this is a problem. If there's many of the other people, then it's understandable, then it's more likely for us to look into it. So please, if you see other people with this that have the same mindset as you, then get them to comment as well, and we'll look into that. Let's see. Going to more messages. The question about whether we're focusing on PvP or PvE, I'll leave that one to Xylem. The thing is that we want to have the game balanced so you can choose which one you want to play, if you want to be a PvPer or PvEer. That one, there may be an issue which we have noticed, so that could be something there. New map information will be coming out soon. It is the main focus for the for the next dev diaries. The script for that one has been finished yesterday. More servers. If there is more servers, is very easy. If there is a player base within countries, then it's likely for more servers to open up. We'll have to see. Well, that is something which is being watched. Work done for hardware optimization. I mean, I know about the hardware optimization here. Like, it is needed. Again, that's a problem of old engines. Like, old engines, like, they are not optimized for multi-core as well, or they just don't use the current tech within new graphics cards and new CPUs. So that is a case of many times optimizing an engine to make use of newer hardware is tough, because especially multi-core utilization, a lot of the times the multi-core utilization is hard-coded within the engine itself or within the code. Like you say, task is set to core 0, task set to core 1 or whatever like that. And that level of optimizing can to add it in at a later date after it's being launched is incredibly hard. At that point there, it might just be a let's put a new engine into it, put a game into a new engine, which no plans for it, but it is an option for the future. So yeah, I mean, like I've noticed the frame rates on the game when I'm playing sometimes doesn't reach that high, but it on modern hardware that is. So yeah. Oh man. Wait. Yes. Should have pronounced that one by now. Should yeah. I will be announcing the streams at a future date earlier. I know that this one here is on me. I didn't announce it earlier. I was riding to the other team earlier today. I was like, oh crap, I didn't announce it properly. If all goes to plan, I should be doing a stream on Friday as well. I will get the dates and make an announcement for that one tomorrow and the time as well. Also, I will probably be asking the community about like where they're from, their time zones and all that, because right now I'm streaming on a more European optimized time zone. There are Americans here as well. I've got no problem with doing a stream later on, earlier on, whatever. So you can expect more streams in the future. They'll be announced sooner, and also there'll be more variety in time zones. Tincho, my name on Discord is Darkfall. You can message me there anytime. If there's an issue with messaging, there shouldn't be an issue sending me a DM. If there is, then highlight me on one of the channels, so I can see. I've got main chat open in front of me in case something comes up. At this point, I kind of want to say that I'll be ending this stream slowly. My voice is going. I've been chatting for a long time. Originally, this has gone an hour longer than originally planned. Do not mind whatsoever. It's been fun, especially as a first way to get to know the team, get to know this community, get to know what you guys want and what you hear and what you think. So yeah, I will be slowly ending things up over here. But again, yes, thank you very much. Tetzel, name on Discord is Darkfall. You can message me for if there's any reason that the messages aren't going through, just at me on any of the public channels and I will find out what's going on. I've had some permission problems on the past with Discord, but I have changed them around, so I should be open to anyone who needs to message me. Yeah. Let's see, I'm just going through that again. Yeah, Discord shouldn't have any problems with the rights and who can send a message. Sorry, replying to people. I can see there are some messages coming through on Discord now. I'll just reply to you as a, wait, sure. Sebas, I've got no issue of doing this weekly. Seriously, as long as you guys are interested, and what I want to do is actually get to a point where I can both talk and actually play the game at the same time. This was my first stream, so I've just been focusing on really just trying to answer questions as much as possible, rather than playing the game. Kind of shows. So yeah, I don't know if directly weekly right away is going to be possible, but much more frequently for sure. Most likely another stream on Friday, the times, and that will be announced pretty soon. Tomorrow is Wednesday, yeah. So at the worst case, you'll see me once every night. I mean, the worst case, I'll probably just jump on Discord and do a screen share stream on Discord and just impromptu chats there. I'm happy to do that one there. You can talk freely as well. But Twitch stream like that, that'll be fun. Yeah. So, I am going to be ending this pretty soon. Oh, now I guess Zan and actually everyone else from the LTG team have been great answering questions on, on the chat as well. Yeah. I hope if you get anything out of this, it's just that if you have any questions about the game, if you need to know anything, ask it directly or send it to me via DM, and I'll try to give you an answer. And if for whatever reason you don't get an answer from me, I don't mind if you spam me. Just like copy and paste your question until I reply to you. That I am there for you guys, so you will get and expect some response from me anytime. Okay. Well then, I'll be ending. Thank you, everyone, and yeah, I will hope to see you guys all in a future stream on Friday or any other day. Thank you again. I'll leave the stream. Yeah, we're closing up now. Then, thank you all, and laters.